So hello everybody. Today I will be presenting to you Central Park. Central Park is one of the most iconic scenes and one of the most iconic landmarks of the New York City. First of all, we will be talking about the history of the Central Park, and the first step of the history was the planning phase. Well, during the planning phase between the years of 1821 and 1855, New York City's population nearly quadrupled because of the heavy influx of refugees and heavy influx of immigration from all around the world, especially Italy and Northern Ireland. As the city expanded northward up Manhattan, people were quickly drawn to few existing open spaces, mainly cemeteries and large chunks of uninhabited peaceful lands for passive recreation. Basically, if you're retarded like me, in the common language, it means that there was too much immigrants in the New York City and the people needed a quiet place to sit down and chill. The second historical phase was the site phase, during which the most elite architects of the New York City decided by the year 1940. Hello. This is a message after edit by Ali. So I just said by the year 1940, but it should be 1840. Sorry, my bad. How do, that they would build the park on the northern Manhattan. First of all, they decided on an area of 165 acres, or if you're European or wish to become a European citizen like me, it is about 0.6 kilometers, 6 square kilometers. Yes. Yes. At the end of the second phase, which is the site phase, which comes after the first historical phase, the planning phase, I remember you. They have looked at more than 34,000 locations, 34,000 thousand specific locations in the area in order to locate where to build the park exactly, and 34,000 locations. It is an extremely impressive number. They have looked at more locations that there are holes in your model. So the last phase was the last and the third phase was the design and the construction phase, which began in June 1865. I am dyslexic as fuck. In June 1856, yes, 56, not 65. During which Fernando Wood, the back then New York mayor, decided to consult a design contest. During this design contest, the most elite and the most talented architects of the time gave in their designs in order to start the construction of the Central Park. Stop. So the design of Frederick Law Olmsted, a very reputed architect in New York City, in Chicago. In Chicago was accepted and put into work. With the final touches in 1893, the Central Park was finally completed and open to the public. And when I talk about public, I talk about the city elite, so the rich bitches. During the first planning phase, the New York Central Park was planned to be approximately 165 acre, but at the end it was 665 acre, which is about equal to the to 3.4 square kilometers for the civilized nations. Hello. So this is after this is early after edit. So basically, I just said that the finalized area of the New York TTA Park, Central Park, was 665 acre, but it is false. I have looked one more time, and apparently it is 865 acre, which equals to about 3.4 kilometer. Well, we have finished the historical part, and now we will be continuing our presentation, our TikTok video, with what there actually is on the park. So the most important and iconic attractions and areas of interest of the Central Park in New York City. So basically, the most important area is the Central Park Zoo, which was opened in 1934. And as of 2016, there were, because it was in 2016, 1,487 animals representing 163 species. Your mom, of course, being the biggest one. Well, the second most important attraction and area of interest in Central Park is the Kennedy Reservoir. It was named after Kennedy. The reservoir has a surface area of approximately 166 acre, which is equal to about 0.4 kilometer square. Has an average water volume of 1 billion US gallons, which is equal to 3.8 million metric cubes. So it is a pretty large oasis in which you can swim, in which you can actually fish, because there are artificially placed fish in it. Well, the third and the last attraction in New York City, in Central Park, that I would like to talk about is the Belvedere Castle. Belvedere Castle was built in 1919 by two architects, Calvert Vaux and Jacob Mould, as a representation of the European heritage and the European ethnicity of the first colonizers in the current lands of the United States of America. So that would resume everything that I want to talk about the Central Park. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Kiss, kiss.